60 million Yorubas are tired of one Nigeria. They want to leave Nigeria. This is coming from Professor Banji. And if you are watching, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel. All notifications, like and share to them. 60 million Yorubas want to leave Nigeria. What are your opinions this morning?
Well, everybody that wants to talk will speak from his own perspective and in the way that it will favor his idea. But I don't know where they see the statistic of 60 million. Maybe Yoruba nation we are up to 60 million. I don't know. Home and abroad, I don't know how they come right with that statistics. Number one. Number two, you see all Yoruba that are ready to leave Nigeria. So I think it is only a referendum that will judge that. And I want to believe that if you put it into a referendum, an average Yoruba man on the streets want to leave Nigeria. But what about our allies that are enjoying the goodies that stand upon take one Nigeria and started eating? Are they ready to go to have a Yoruba nation? If you have the Yoruba nation now what will be their influence on Yoruba nation? Are they going to have influence like as before? So those are the things that we have to look at. Then it's not now about how many people want or how many people don't want. It's about the influence. The people that don't want, they can overpower people that want. If you want to do a referendum, if proper care is not taken, those ones that they don't want it, they are the ones that will influence the other one that wants it.
Are you sure that Yorubas really want to leave Nigeria? I'm not seeing any Yorubas say that.
That's what I'm saying. That the 60 million statistics Baba come out about is propaganda. You know the word propaganda, people usually talk about propaganda as a lie. It's not lie, it's a mixed word, and it's what you can call monologue. You know, dialogue is when we dialogue and we reason together. You say your own, I say my own, we prove it, and we are able to come out with something. But propaganda is when I look at a particular thing in my own view and I make a conclusion about it. I understand the word propaganda from the word advertisement. Almost all advertisement, they are propaganda in nature. I was watching one of adverts recent, a particular product, a detergent. They say if it's about dirty, don't worry. This detergent will take care of it. But if it only that when you want to sit down, can you put a detergent and put cloth and without your effort, will it solve the problem? No. So that means it is propaganda because they look at it in their own direction and say it. And is it all stain that detergent can remove? No. There are some stains that detergent will not be able to remove. That is the truth of the matter. So that is the definition of propaganda. So what Professor Banji is talking about, I see it as a propaganda that, and I don't have problem with that. But if we sit down and we want to look at it, iron it out. Are we up to 60 million? Is it only 60 million that want to go? What about the other that don't want to go? What will be their influence on the people that want to go? So for me, Yoruba nation or Yoruba people, they are still not ready. And we just started this agitation. Somebody was asking me about Yoruba nation, Biafra, and I said you cannot compare the way a Biafra will agitate with the way Yoruba will agitate. Yoruba has never reached 3 million people on this course. So it will not be so hard onto us. I mean, thank God for the life of Professor Banji that is talking, and he said that the letter that they wrote to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is making some impact because he saw that they are worried, and I agree, I concur. Calling for disintegration, we always push our government to do the right thing. At least if we cannot disintegrate, do the right thing. Decentralization. So
what's the difference between the Yorubas and the Biafra? But the man said that the Igbos and Fulani, they can take data and others. But it is time for Yorubas to leave Yoruba lives is being lost by Fulani Esmen and all those people. What are your opinions about that?
Baba is saying the Igbo and Fulani they can stay together.
He said others can stay together in their one.
Honestly, it's very very funny. Even who are the people that are most likely that we can see that they can match together? It's Yoruba and Fulani. Igbo and Fulani is like a oil and water. They cannot mix together, and so Fulani and Igbo they cannot stay together. But I think that one is a banter, and Baba should continue his agitation and the effort. One thing I like about Baba agitation is that he has always applied diplomacy. No, I mean, no violence. Even there is no incitement war, because there is a very thin line in between agitation and committing crime. So I thank God for Baba's life. He's able to manage that situation very well, and he said that he has been able to do his own agitation according to the guideline of UNO, United Nations organization. So Baba should keep on doing his own thing, but I'm just analyzing some of the facts that Baba realized.
So what could be the reason? These are the questions. What could be the reason why Baba will say, even though their son is the president, let us leave this nation?
Because president cannot solve our problem. The presidency cannot solve our problem. And Yoruba nation, without our effort, without putting more effort, more than acquiring Yoruba nation, cannot solve our problem as well. Because we have seen a situation where a foreign country is infiltrating another country. Look at Russia versus Ukraine. Ukraine is a country on its own. Russia is a country on its own. But when Russia decided to attack Ukraine, both countries they are having issue. Russia cannot sleep well. Ukraine cannot sleep well. So I'm just looking at the picture. We will acquire our Yoruba nation without putting some measure on ground, without our resilience effort to stop Fulani, without our big effort to make sure that we stand on our ground. We acquire our Yoruba nation, we still allow Fulani, like some useless Muslim extremists, we still want to subject us into Fulani oligarchy through religions. Some people will still be doing it. Let me tell you, one of the things that make Yoruba nation to be honorable is that we have mixture of Muslim and Christian, and it has some people have been brainwashed to the extent that they're ready to package the whole Yoruba nation and put it under Fulani because of religion, because of Islamic. Some of them will have been happy that they Islamize the whole Southwest. They will have been happy. Which Christian, we don't have problem with them. We can coexist together. But because some people have been brainwashed, some of them will not even want the Yoruba nation to come. Why? Because they perceive that this Southwest, they feel that they are dominating. But when they look left and right, they see that to some extent, their hands are being removing in some area. It will never be happen, and I will keep on saying that you will look at the old governor that we have in the Southwest, and all of them will be Muslim. It will not happen. But as I'm talking now, look at the old Southwest governor, 6 of them, they are Christian. The only mixed one that you cannot say you want to decide very well is Osun State. He has no in his name, but is he a Muslim? No. His brother Deji is a Christian, member of is an Adventist. This one, Jackson, that name is just there. He's a member of one, maybe Yoruba and Serafu or Serafu. Yes, so they are jittering that if we have Yoruba nation, possibly it's Christian that's going to dominate. That is the problem. That is their fear.
Then, as you are closing now, then what is the future of a state like Kwara State, Yoruba and Kogi State, if, for example, Yoruba nation comes into future?
If Yoruba nation come, you see, I want to believe that, thank God Ilorin is very close to North. I don't know if there is any other community after Ilorin that belong to Yorubas. I think after Ilorin, well, we may have some Yoruba community in that place. But what is going to happen is this: there will be a referendum. There is no way we will not lose some to the north. There is no way. And because of this thing I'm telling you now, some people in that area, they will not support the peace of Nigeria, because you go to Kogi State, we have Okos, which are Yorubas, and if you want to divide, definitely Kogi will belong to North. Do they want to become part of North? No, they want to belong here. So they will prefer to stay in that place and be claiming their roots. But let me tell you, what will happen one day. Go to Benin Republic here. There are so many Yoruba there. They have become, the kind of has caused a lot of obstacles on the Islamic Islamization agenda, having gone deep to uncover the mysteries and their secret agenda and plan against Nigeria that some regions currently now are beginning to witness. Away from that, we have also seen that the impact of terrorism is very, very questionable. Like, in their real consciousness, can they be able to come out and tell the whole world in honest truth that Nnamdi Kanu be armed, that Nnamdi Kanu is behaving like the Boko Haram, Nnamdi Kanu is going like Yorubas, Nnamdi Kanu is behaving like the IC, Nnamdi Kanu is behaving like the Al-Qaeda network, Nnamdi Kanu is behaving like those bandits in the north, killing people up and down. You cannot see anybody that see an POV person today will be clapping their hand. Everybody is happy. But once you say you are an ISIS, you are Boko Haram, the best men, bandits, then you are in for trouble. What we are saying, that the tag of terrorism has already gone to court, and the court has set Nnamdi Kanu free. The UK, United States of America, different countries of the world have come and said that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. Then how come it is only Fulanis and Northerners are saying that this man is a terrorist? There's so much to that, and we know that there are so much in those statements, because the guy is purely an obstacle. Anyhow you look at it, anyhow you want to understand it, Nnamdi Kanu's presence signifies resistance. Nnamdi Kanu's presence and message and utterances signifies resistance in all ramifications. It is the same Nnamdi Kanu that Trump invited when he was campaigning for the first time. We saw it clearly with the GOP members in America. Nnamdi Kanu is big until Buhari and his casemen held a meeting and went as far as going to Kenya to kidnap somebody who does not bear arms. Took him to the same court they owe. Nnamdi Kanu won them in their own court. You still see them. That's why I'm telling you that they still come out and say Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. It tells you that there is something Nnamdi Kanu is trying to stop them from, and they are not comfortable with it, and they can never have access to the eastern region. Never.
There's a report that say, or people are saying that Kanu was exposing the Fulani agenda in the north, that they're taking it to the south. What might likely happen is what Kanu was exposing. That is why there's so much hatred for him. What are your opinions concerning that?
It's unfortunate the Hausas allowed the Fulanis to overrun them. The Hausas and the indigenous people in the north, they allowed the Fulanis to overrun them, take over every space that has to do with Hausa man's resources and existence. Today, Hausas are struggling to challenge the Fulani hegemony in the north. That is just it. So they fought that conquest, and they know that the next place to push it is towards the south. And in that south, the eastern part of the country is the red line. They should know that's the red line. In the southern part of Nigeria, the eastern part of the country is the red line. There's no two ways about it. And they know it is the red line. And they know the consequences. That at any attempt, they will be chased out of Nigeria completely. Just like what Obasanjo was saying, that they are not indigenous people of Nigeria. They were marauders, nomads, people who work for Futa Jalon and find themselves in this part of the world. Still, they want the indigenous people of the land to vacate for them. Well, how that is going to happen? They have enjoyed enough romance to an extent. They are becoming a threat even to their, respected and foremost ally, which are the Yorubas. You can see now they everywhere now, threatening the people who politically, economically, and otherwise accepted whatever romance they are sharing. They are turning their back against them. So, what is the reason why an Igbo man should embrace a Fulani man? As simple as that. Politically, we are not in the same line. We are not in the same radar. We are not in the same scale. There's no yardstick. But I can tell you that at the appointed time, things will be very open, things will be very clear. And they know that Igbos does not carry out terrorism acts. Igbos are not terrorists. Even an average person around the world knows that Igbo man does not engage in terrorism. What Igbo man believes is work, define yourself, go through the process by reason of divinity, God. Things can work for you, then you celebrate. As simple as that. That's what Igbo man believes.
But there are some thoughts we say that some Igbo governors may be behind the non-release of Nnamdi Kanu, that Igbo governors feel threatened by his seeming popularity. What are you saying?
There's no doubt about that. Anybody that's telling you that Nnamdi Kanu's influence does not dwarf whoever the type of governors, whether they are, nobody wants to even know whether they are only governors to the Fulanis. Nnamdi Kanu has taken possession of reality. Nnamdi Kanu has dwarfed every influence, Nigerian political influence in the entire southeast. These governors are just errand boys of the Fulanis. They are errand boys. That's what they do. You can see how they run around. Even when their own people are being killed by Fulanis, they don't, because they are really interested in the oil well. What is the maintenance their Fulani is going to give them at the end of the day? And by that reason, they seem to allow and open their windows and doors to allow the infiltration economically, politically, and otherwise against the survival and existence of their own people. That's how to tell you how politically childish and nonchalant those Eastern governors are. They know that nobody respects them, nobody values them, nobody can come out and say conveniently, this is who they are. No! But even the Kanu we are seeing today is simply command and control of over 18 million people. And I can tell you, at the restoration of the black man, of the different nation, you will see another perception, another perspective, the ingenuity. But the black man is not a black monkey. What is killing us and what has destroyed Nigeria to this extent of uncertainty, continuous uncertainty, is that wicked, foreignized leadership in Nigeria.
What can you say about them? They are the apex social cultural group in Igbo land. what is your opinion about Ohaneze Igbo? Do you think that they are still relevant to the issues of the Igbos in Nigeria and in diaspora?
Ohaneze has lost relevance. There's no relevance about them. You know, the governors are just using them to collect money from the federal government, and that's why they always dance to the tone of the governors. In the absence of that, Ohaneze Igbo is not relevant. But now they have zoned. We are seeing an equatorial man. You know, it was quite controversial. John Mbata Azunta, imagine as the Ohaneze president from Rivers State, you put it precisely. Maybe we can experience a transformational Ohaneze that will bring about unity, or Ohaneze that will unite the entire South and Southeast, Ohaneze that will erase the seed of discord. We have brothers who see their brother and say, it's not my brother because of crude oil, or because of what you want to get, or because of one contract or the other, or rather because of money. That's like what is Things Fall Apart wrote, Chinua Achebe. He said, "I put a knife in the things that hold us together, and things falls apart." They put a knife. So if Azunta Mbata John, the current former senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the current man who has taken the position and possession of Ohaneze leadership, can toe the line of bravery to restore the identity of unification of the Biafran people. I think to an extent, it is a good way to send